Tony Delaguardo teach him a lot of curse words, and then literally probably 2+ million words later, we come back to someone mentioning the parrot. I think it's Tony Delaguardo talking about the parrot, and so that's the kind of awkward thing. And there's a scene that's sort of the that's sort of a mirror reflection of if you ever watch the first Godfather. There's the scene where the guy comes in and he's talking to himself about what he's going to say to the Godfather. Dear Godfather, I'm here to tell you to wish you wonderful greetings upon the marriage of your daughter. And he's rehearsing this. It's one of the Godfather's killers. And so here's the opposite. Instead of rehearsing it, Tony Delaguardo and a couple of other people are just sort of winging it. And they're just totally like, it's a farce what they're saying about Paulie.
You made me think of something else too, where Bit seems to be throughout this point of the book, and he doesn't appear in the funeral, I don't recall, but he seems to take on different faces of the characters. It's as if once he took control of the narrative, he has like these remnant facets from the beginning and later parts of the book. Talk a little bit about that part too, which there are certain sequences where he'll repeat himself over and over, where he's changing into someone different in a mirror, and sometimes he is directly changing into a different character.
What do you mean by changing into a different character?
Where there's this long sequence where it's kind of he turned to the mirror and he became insert the name, and that's repeated over and over and over, and he keeps on going to the side with the visage of a different person. He seems like in the acid trip, even though it was diegetic to his mind, that he's retained characteristics of characters before the acid trip and after the acid trip, and he continually is in flux with his fictive form.
Well, yeah, and that gives, as I said, that sort of gives more credence to the idea that maybe Bit, in a sense, Bit is a different version of Manny Cole from the Vincetti brothers. Both of those characters come to be self-aware at a certain level. Manny rebels against it. Bit seems to be kind of confused about it, hesitantly accepting it at some level. And even when he comes out of the acid trip, he thinks that there's a greater trip in that he might be in a book anyway. He doesn't necessarily know if it's a book authored by Dan Schneider or Manny Cole, but that there's some guiding force behind him. And again, it's just part of the nature of the character, and it seemed to be natural at the time to have him do that.